AquaClan, this is for you, bud. Review of the Salomon Huck knife, 2017.
Hey, what's up guys? Kevin here from Snowboard Pro Camp, up riding with Jordan today, and we have a fan request video.
From AquaClan, please do a review on the Salomon Huck knife 2017.
All caps.
Yeah, all caps.
Yeah, so AquaClan, the Huck knife, it's the board that I bought this year, and it's the board that Jordan's been riding all season.
Yep, 100 days plus.
Great board. So we're gonna put the board through 5 tests and give you guys some feedback on each individual category. Give you the highs and the lows.
Rails.
Rails. Starting off with the rails, how do you feel on the rails, man, with this board?
I feel really good. It's soft enough that you can get some really nice presses, some tail presses, some nose presses. I feel like you can lock on and I'm not catch free kind of thing.
Yep.
And it's snappy enough to then pop on to the more difficult jump on rails.
Yeah, that's the thing I like too, is that it's got that snap in the tail. So when you're doing the jump on rails or boxes, you can kind of just get that little ollie off the tail without much effort. And then yeah, once you're on the feature, the board is soft enough that it just slides, and it's also forgiving too. If you kind of come off a bit uneven, the soft nose and tail is definitely forgiving.
Yeah, rocker tip and tail, camber between the feet. Jumps.
So we hit this board up with some jumps, and I think immediately for myself, when I first bought this board, I found that the tail was super snappy for ollies, you know, getting that pop or ollie off of a jump.
Yeah.
How did it feel for you?
Yeah, but with the bigger rotations, the camber between the feet helps you land on the snow without continuing the rotation on the snow. I really like that. I got it slightly bigger than I normally would, so I could take it off some bigger jumps, and it felt really comfortable right through with the bigger rotations. I really enjoyed it, really playful board.
Yeah, the camber feel, it just gives you that bit more security as you're riding up a bigger jump. You feel that your board is really stable underneath you, so that you have that solid platform to take off from. Any downsides on the jumps?
I don't think so, honestly.
I don't think so
Yeah,
either.
right from the small to the extra larges, I really thought it was really decent across the entire board for that.
Yeah, same. Butters. First thing I noticed on this board as well is the butterability. Like, get into a press on your nose and tail. Even though it's camber between your feet, the soft nose and tail was just like a dream for doing butters.
Yeah, the rocker tip and tail just allowed you to like press the board, and then you add in a few little rotations in there. It's super fun and playful for everything like that.
For myself, like, I've definitely discovered a few new butter tricks just since getting on this board, so it's been a lot of fun.
Sick.
Downside? I'd say the only downside is that there's a bit of a learning curve with like finding where the softness begins in the nose and tail. So maybe the first few times you're out on this board, it might feel like you might be a little bit off balance, but then once you find those sweet spots, then it's good.
Yeah. Powder.
So Jordan and I, we both have dedicated powder boards, but there's a few times for myself, like I haven't brought my powder board up, and I've ridden this one in that deep snow, and it's been great. Like, it floats, it's soft enough, it maneuvers quick through the trees. How'd you feel?
Yeah, a couple of times I sort of didn't expect like a 20 or 30 centimeter day. I just had this board, and though it's not powder specific, I prefer a powder specific board for that. It still held its own, and with the rocket tip and tail, it still felt floaty. It gave a real good freestyle feel to it, though it wouldn't be my first choice for those big powder days.
Yeah, you definitely have to work a bit more on this board through the powder, like a bit more on your back foot. It will still do the job.
Yeah, it still had great days.
Yeah.
Handled its own. I would prefer a specific board for powder if you do have that the cash for that. Woo! Turning, carving, edging.
Yeah, when I first got on this board, I really felt that each turn was very like snappy, precise, quick. Yeah, we just grab the snow for carving, and you could do quick carves, small carves, large carves. Yeah, it just feels like it holds its edge real well.
Yeah, You know, I like the edge-to-edge feel to it. Really great just cruising around the mountain on all the groomers. It held a really nice edge. If I was doing my highest level instructing certificate, then I probably wouldn't take this board because they're testing the carving to the maximum.
Yeah.
So you know, I might have something different for that, but I thought it was just pretty good all round for that. Yeah.
If your thing is carving around the mountain and, you know, mostly free ride, then this board does lean a bit more towards the park. So you might want to get like more of a all mountain directional specific board. But this one, yeah, it still is a lot of fun to just to ride and do turns. So yeah, it does the job here as well.
So I'm going to nerd out on some of the specs. I really like the sintered base. It means that it can go nice and fast. So great for maybe those slower days in the terrain park or even just cruising around the resort. Really, the side cut was really good. The EQ rad that they've got on there.
Yeah.
Allows you to go edge to edge really nicely. It was really smooth. The rocker tip and tail allowed you to float in the pow and press on those down rails. And the camber between your feet allowed you to complete the rotation on the jumps and then again to hold that edge in when you need it.
Yeah, like really well made board, just like all those different components all come together to make it a really fun, enjoyable ride.
I'm definitely going to get one next year.
Yeah, the one downside that, you know, I can see it's more cosmetic, but there is a bit of chipping on the top sheet. So you can see here on my board, a bit of the top sheet is chipped off. But that's more of just like a cosmetic thing. And as long as it's not affecting the performance of the board, like I don't mind, but I did notice that.
Okay.
Yeah. But other than that, like it's really hard to find anything negative to say about this board. It's also got a good price point, about $479 Canadian.
Yep, something like that, yeah.
So it's an affordable board. For riders, it can go all the way from a beginner rider for your first board, all the way through to the most advanced riding. Yeah, to expert.
Yep.
So it's like a good board for everybody, and I think the lower price point really helps out if it is your first board.
Yeah.
Awesome guys, so I'm gonna put a link in the description of this video to where you can find out more specs and the price and where you can buy this board. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. Thanks Jordan for helping with the review, man. Yeah.
Sure.
We'll see you guys in the next video soon.
Bye.
You were just in the right spot.
It's Kelsey!
We all use that.